Well. Welcome to my Draw My Life. Well, it's not exactly my entire life, but more of my day. Anyway, you simpletons shall hear my story and like it. Well, before today's events, I do have to admit that business has been quite slow lately. It appears that no one wants others to die lately. What a shame. There's such a joy in hearing someone's final scream before you end their life. But sadly, that is not the case as business has been slow. Since there has been no murdering to do lately, we've just been surviving on turkey, aka Fezzik's favorite meal and the cause of my misery. Soon enough though, we're going to have a job to do. You see, many of you simpletons believe that I can read minds. Ha! How foolish you all must be, believing I can read minds. You dumb non-Sicilians. Anyway, back in the day, I encountered Max the Miracle Worker. I had orders to ruin his career, but instead, we struck a deal. Instead of taking him captive, he gave me a potion. This potion gave me the ability to foretell the future. Thus, I know another client will be approaching very soon. Of course, I was right, like always, and Prince Humperdinck arrived. I do have to admit, it is quite strange seeing a royal figure asking for my assistance, but nonetheless, business is business. Prince Humperdinck gave me strict instructions. I was to kidnap his future wife-to-be, Buttercup, and slay her on Florin property. He never explained to me why he wanted to kill her on Florin property, but still, I can't wait to hear her show of terror. Along with these instructions, he informed me of her whereabouts in the forest and made it very clear that no one could know of this crime. Naturally, I accepted this most modest proposal and began to think of all the possible ways to approach this plan. After spending exactly 5.238 seconds analyzing different scenarios that could take place, I came up with the perfect ploy. First, Fezzik is to go to the local tavern and retrieve rope. As for me, I'm to go to the docks and get a boat. This way, we can head over to the Cliffs of Insanity, as it is the only way to get to Florin without being noticed. We'll travel to the bottom of the cliffs on boat, and then use the rope to travel upward the cliffs. And, of course, I applied every physics concept that you can name to ensure that all will go as planned. However, when I told Fezzik, he was rather confused. Oh well, that's why I'm the brains here. All I need is for Fezzik and Inigo to follow my instructions, and as long as they can do that, that's all I need them for. As I made my way to the docks, I spotted a ship in the not-so-far distance. It was perfect! It was something that the Asians would usually use. After all, everyone knows that you shouldn't get in a land war with Asia. Now all I needed was to get the key to steal the ship, unnoticed that is, which should not be a problem at all as everyone, aside from myself, is a moron who cannot use their brain cells to even notice me as I make my stealthy getaway. Except, upon further examination, I noticed that there was a man standing in the boat. He seemed to be contemplating about something while walking in circles, and I could have sworn I saw a sword inside of a scabbard. Perhaps a knight. Either way, I don't know what that guy's problem was. All that matters is the key for the boat, which of course just had to be placed right in his pocket. Inconceivable. First, I attempted to tiptoe on the ship to get the keys myself, which worked out great at the start. The keys were directly in my line of vision, and I was just one grab away from retrieving it. That is, until my lousy feet produced a loud creak. Realizing that he might turn around to see me, I immediately made a dash out of there. Luckily, he didn't see me, but the problem still remained. The keys were still placed right next to him. After observing my surroundings, I noticed that there was a fishing rod. So, I I determined the trajectory needed to fling the rod, and, as expected, hit the keys spot on. Of course, as I reeled it in, they hit the floor, which then I noticed. Obviously, I wasn't going to let all this work go for nothing, so I quickly grabbed the keys from the ground and made a run for it. And I must say, this fellow was quite quick. I managed to get back to the Cliffs of Insanity. I also heard his footsteps still approaching my way. As cliche as it is, there was a bush, and seeing how time was going against me, it was my only option. I hid behind it, and surprisingly, the man arrived and then left! Ha! What a dumb skull! Now I, the great Vizzini, have outwitted the foolish man and have successfully retrieved the keys. I mean, was there really any doubt? With my wit, I can accomplish anything really, as everyone, aside from me, is dim-witted. It's not my fault that everyone is so stupid. I mean, this world would be absolutely perfect if everyone was like me. There would be no wars, everyone would cooperate so wonderfully together, and common sense would apply everywhere. Honestly, whatever happened to it? They should just hire me to— Unfortunately, I got unconscious and Fezzik woke me up from my traumatizing state. And for whatever reason it may be, there was this unbearable stench that made my nose want to fall off. I then looked around me and saw that the keys were missing too. Inconceivable! All that work for nothing. Oh well, luckily, another boat passed by us, and since I need to release my anger on someone, I casually slaughtered the man riding his ship. No big deal, just threw his body into the sea. I mean, this guy looked repulsive anyway. It's more like I was doing the world a favor if you asked me. After that, Fezzik and I set course to the forest where Engligh would meet us. And just in time, the princess was riding her horse. This is going to be fun.